Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, man. I almost forgot to do another video on this topic. As far as Triple G, as far as the opponent selection go. Now, I didn't heard certain people. I didn't heard a couple of people. I didn't heard a few people say, well, it's not Triple G's fault that people won't fight him, and that, as far as the Andre Ward fight not happening, that you know it's not that Triple G didn't want to fight and all that type of shit, and that Triple G will fight anybody, and that it's more his team's fault than it is his fault, that they don't think Triple G is afraid of anybody and that he'll fight anybody. Well, I have to call bullshit on that, because that's not true. Because once again, you guys say Floyd chooses all his opponents. You guys, you know, used to say Oscar chooses all his opponents when he was fighting, handpicked all his opponents. Look, at the end of the day, that's complete bullshit. Because I'll give you an example why. Okay? Whether you believe Canelo beat Austin Trout or Lira, that's besides the point. He did tell Oscar to make those fights. Now, Oscar was hesitant to make those fights, but he made them. So if Canelo really wants to fight Triple G, he'll tell Oscar to make that fight. If Triple G really wanted to fight Andre Ward, Carl Froch, Demetrius Andre, all those guys, Lara, etc., he would say, fuck what Abel Sanchez talking about, fuck what Tom Loeffler talking about. Make those fights. At the end of the day, it still come down to Triple G. So you can save that shit about, oh, it's not Triple G's fault. Oh, it is his fault. Because if he really was serious about fighting Andre Ward, he just used Andre Ward's name, to make it look like he was willing to fight anybody, because he's not willing to fight anybody. I done seen enough of Triple G. I already know exactly what type of fighter is going to be able to beat Triple G. Andre Ward style would be a nightmare for Triple G. James DeGale style would be a nightmare for Triple G. Not to mention that those dudes are a little bit bigger than he is, and he wouldn't be able to push those guys around, and he wouldn't be able to intimidate those guys. So, yeah. So you could just save that shit about, oh, well, it's not Triple G's fault, and that, he'll fight anybody. Obviously, he won't. Like I said, he was the one that said it. Remember, keep in mind, he's knocking out cruiserweights, according to Abel Sanchez. So, this video ain't aimed at no particular person, nobody. So, but I've heard a few people making videos defending that bullshit. So stop it with that bullshit that, oh, it's not Triple G's fault, and that people that you believe Triple G will fight anybody. Well, obviously not. All these fights are out there for him. Dominic Wade was an Al Haymon fighter. James DeGale has affiliation with Al Haymon. I mean, he's an Eddie Hearn fighter, but Eddie Hearn has a good relationship with Al Haymon. The Darrell brothers. They're Al Haymon fighters. Lara, Al Haymon fighter. So apparently there's no problem with doing business with Al Haymon. Just stop making these fucking excuses, man. It is Triple G's fault that these fights haven't happened. Because if he really wanted to fight those dudes, he would have fought them. So stop making it look like it's just Tom Loeffler and Abel Sanchez, because Triple G is playing a role in this shit too. So just cut the shit, please. I'm out.